too.
Got that right on the computer too.
All right, so we got to get his viewpoint. That's Blue Eyed Daryl, not Bright Eyed Daryl, but Blue Eyed Daryl. So, just to go ahead and take the step back, so everybody know, this is part two of the question of how do you rate foots and heavy one. Rate foots and heavy one.
Not in the same category, so I'm gonna say 10 and 10, but Fuss is in the categories that I would put Juju and Matt, and I'm leaving somebody out. Wayne, Reds and the boys, Wayne, if y'all don't know that. Sugarfoot, all of them is like in this. They got their own bracket. Like you could put me, Bug, cause we go, don't get it twisted. Who else, Bug? Jammin' Jeff, Lil Mike, who else, Bug? Did we know all this now? Did I say Heavy One? He in our bracket. Heavy One was in our bracket. There's a whole lot of drummers that's not with us also that was in Lil Tony. Yeah, Lil Drummer Tony. Alright, so like then Stomping them is like I put Stomp, Younger than all them. They gonna take over when me and Bug finally say whatever that is. So I don't want to use that word, but anyway, I'm gonna say 10 and 10 because I met Fuss late on, but I knew everyone like forever, and it was like he put me on go in the woods and find your buckets. That was like amazing. Then he was a heavy set dude. I mean, back in them days, it wasn't none of them type of drummers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he flat out doing. So I'm gonna say 10 and 10. Much love always.
All right. Okay. Here's the last question, and this is gonna be the last one for the Drummers Breakfast Series, week 3. Week 3. All right. Here is the last question. All right. Who needs to go back to the work shed?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
You?
Yeah.
Why?
I always want to go to work. I always want to get better. I mean, I'm never going to say I'm... Because I hear him. I definitely, I go see his Stomp. I hear Quick.
Okay.
Who just... Right now, I say he cheating. I hear Younger. All them do things that I be like, wow. Like, yeah. And they know what's my move. What's my move, Bug? Now I turn around the corner. One more time. That don't you just did. And you know, so you always want to get better. So I'm gonna say me.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay. Bug?
Yeah.
Who needs to go back to the shed?
Drummers?
Period.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Oh, see, you ain't say that now. I
Yeah.
was talking about drama.
No.
Go ahead, get Bug. I'm gonna come back.
Anybody.
Well, me personally, as a musician, the process never stops.
Okay.
It never stops. So I would never get to the point to where I feel as though I know it all,
Right.
because there's always something else new to learn.
Right.
And I just feel the more you know, the better you will know about approaching. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, I gotta agree with Blue. I'll say myself. I like to share. You know what I'm saying? I like to share knowledge, also like to gain knowledge too at the same time. So I'll say myself.
Okay. Alright. Stop, dog. Who needs to go back to the shed?
I know what y'all think I'm gonna say, but nah, I ain't gonna say that because I'm gonna say myself because there's a lot of stuff I want to know that like I don't really know, and it's like watching Quick play. Really, these last few weeks, I was like, man, this guy's just current stuff to a whole nother level now, man. Like.
All his fault right here, though.
I haven't seen, you know what I'm saying, Bug in a while. But like that's how Bug had me like back in like 90, 97, 98, and 99. Like people don't know, me and saying Bug used to shed all the time, like every day. And it was to the point. I'm gonna give y'all a little insight up on the drum room. It'd be me, Bug, and Big Young and shedding. Bug ain't got no patience at all. He ain't got no patience.
None.
He ain't got no patience. So what happened is, Bug could do something, and I said, "Stop, Bug, show me." So me and Young are trying to learn it, but Young can't learn it. So Bug get mad. But then soon Bug leave. But Young gonna be like, "Stop. Hey, Young, show me shit Bug was doing." So I show it to him and see, Bug don't slow nothing down. If you don't get it, you ain't gonna get it.
Okay.
But that's just how he is. But up on another, I'm gonna say me. I really need to go back in the room and like really, you know what I'm saying? You know, step my game up really, because I'm kind of like lacking.
Don't say it wasn't shown to you though.
Oh yeah, nah.
Okay.
He showed it, but it's just Bug, just like he like a teacher. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it. And like after a certain amount of time, Bug he going on to the next step.
Okay.
So if you don't get it, you just
don't get it.
I mean, I have it, so I show it to him, but but that's how we are though. It's called a drum roll. You know what I'm saying? But it's still love though.
Okay.
But Quick, Dad got me on my heels right now, so Quick, I need to come over to the house again, man, so I can work out with you again.
Okay. All right, Big Young. Who needs to go right to the shed?
I think me, and I ain't just saying that. I thought it when you asked Blue, but I'm gonna say me. My level of discipline is not what it used to be. I wouldn't say I'm content or complacent.
Okay.
But I definitely need to get put more dedication and some more time in to what I do. You know, because like Stomp said, you know, I'm a person where I always like to learn. You know what I'm saying? If I can learn something new and something better, you know, because it's really some other talented drummers that you know, they feel as though just because of my relationship with Stomp and Bug, you know, it's almost like you selling yourself out or you doing something, you know, just pride being in the way. But I don't have that, you know what I'm saying? I can learn something from any of these guys over here, something. And Stomp was right about that. You know, Bug, we sat down a couple of times and I just sit there. But I know the reason why Bug do that is because he's seen me play. He feel as though I should be at a certain level. And that's the same way he is with Stomp, too. He always feel as though we should be performing at a certain level. And if you're not performing at that level, he'd be like, man, you know, he'd be shaking his head. But that's why I think
That bullshit garbage.
that's why I feel as though like when people always ask me who I think the best drummer is, and I always say Bug, because one reason being is out of probably all of us, he's probably the most disciplined at his craft. And when you show, you know, discipline and dedication, that's the end result. What you get when you see Bug perform is the end result. But you know, I remain humble and remain respectful. And what that does, and I tell this to a lot of drummers too, as long as you humble, and long as you respectful, this is my note to all up and coming drummers, because they'll always come up and ask. If you remain humble and you remain respectful, what that'll do, that gets you halfway there. That gets you another day. That gets you another opportunity. That gets you another gig. You know what I'm saying? Then you work on, you know, actual execution and studying and things like that. So I'm gonna say me. I need to step my game up, get a little bit more disciplined.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Blue for the closing argument. Blue, get ready, because your closing arguments is next.
Now?
Next.
That's my question.